what do you say to our audience who is feeling hope right now?
Well, I'm a cynic in terms of anything that these MAGA people say. So one of the undercurrents of someone like Joel Webbon posting saying that the president must be demon possessed because he
Right.
posted that picture, a lot of these men in the MAGA movement are really mad that the highest advisor to the president is a woman. And Paula White Cain has went on the record practically calling him Jesus just a couple of weeks ago. So
Right.
in his demented, crumbling brain, for that crowd to come up with this AI image of him as Jesus and put it out there, a lot of those same men, Doug Wilson, same men blame her. If he had a man around him advising him, this kind of thing wouldn't happen. So that's part of the undercurrent that you have to understand is happening when these men, especially, and the women who help them, Riley Gaines and Allie Beth Stuckey and all these hideous, horrible women who help them. That's really the undercurrent of what they're trying to accomplish by condemning him. It's not at all about, oh, he's blasphemed. This has gone too far.
Right.
We don't really want a Christian nationalist nation where men are in charge and it's only white men who are in charge. This was a subtle way to look like they were holding up Christian standards and beliefs while attacking the woman that they want to be removed from the orbit of the president so that one of them can be put in that orbit. So, I don't say that to bash anybody's hope here, but please understand those are the dynamics that are at play.
So I want to dig into that a little bit because all of this seems so performative to me
It
on
is.
on the white Christian nationalist side, because let's talk about this a minute. For the last 10 years, they have had big group prayer circles where they close their eyes and put their hands on a Trump who's just slumped over, perhaps asleep, right, dreaming of cheeseburgers, and they have claimed to be. I mean, look, all of this NSPM 7, Project Esther, Project 2025 assumes that they themselves are the conduit to God.
Mm-hmm.
That they have the word, right? That's blasphemous.
They're violating the second commandment. You shall have
Right.
no other gods before me. You shouldn't make yourself a god. You shouldn't make any image of God. That's what they're doing when they do these
Yes.
things, so that everybody's clear.
Right. And so when I first saw the image of him as Jesus, I was like, oh yeah, I feel like he's posted this thing before. Like he's posted
Mm-hmm.
stuff where he's walking on water, he's doing very Jesus-like things or whatever it is. It didn't feel new to me, but it did feel like a trigger for that set to say that actually this is bigger than just Trump. This is the project. The
Mm-hmm.
project is, as you said, anti-woman, anti-immigrant, anti-non-white, anti our version of Christianity.
And if this proceeds in a year, when you see if he's still alive and all of that, my God, I don't even know what this planet will be like by then. But if you see a picture of people laying hands on him, he will be surrounded by white men. There will be no people of color in that picture. There will be no women in that picture. The white Christian nationalists have used women to reach women, and women who had ambition and wanted power and authority for themselves in a world where it was one of the only ways they could get it, went along with that. And we've seen with Elise Stefanik, with Marjorie Taylor Greene, that once these women have fulfilled their purpose and these men think they don't need them anymore, they are expendable. They are disposed of. And that's what will happen to Paula White Cain as well, eventually. Right. Because men like Joel Webbon, who accused the president of being demon possessed again for posting this photo, want that job. and don't want women in any job like that, or even close to any job like that. They want their women in the home and in the kitchen. And so, that's really what is happening in this meltdown. And we have to understand it as that, and not just go, oh, well, this means the MAGA coalition is breaking up and maybe some of them are seeing the light. No, they're not. This is a cult. It's a power and money cult that they have built around themselves. So it can't ever fall apart for them, or they'll lose their power and their money. That's not to be a downer. It's I want people who come here to be clear-eyed about what they're seeing. And so that's what you're really seeing.